Treat your money like a seed, not a fruit. When you look at money as a fruit, you consume it and that's it. Whereas the seeds might give you more fruit in the future, but it takes some time and discipline to get there. Today we're talking about our 10 areas where we save money so that we can invest it instead. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button for more videos on personal finance, productivity, time management, and having the right mindset. Let's start. When it comes to saving money, there's a lot you can do. The question is, why do you save money? Don't save money just for the sake of saving it. Save it to invest and have it work for you. In my family, we sat down and looked at our expenses. We created a spreadsheet where we keep track of our income and expenses. We have a budget for every category, and we have a goal why we want to save money, how much money we need to have saved, how we're going to save it, where will we invest it, and by when. But in order to invest the money, we need to have a surplus of it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have as much courage to risk what we accumulated with our hard work. And in order to have more money, we either need to earn more or have more left at the end of the month. So let's focus on the latter. Here are the 10 things we never buy or stopped buying in order to save money. The first thing we don't buy is soda, juice, and bottled water. We never bought soda and juice consistently anyway, so this wasn't a big adjustment for us. We rarely buy a pack of soda which can last us about half a year, and we might buy juice once or twice a year if we really crave it. But that's not how a typical household behaves. The average American household spends about $850 per year on soft drinks alone. And while we don't spend money in this area, we do drink a lot of water. So we stopped buying bottled water. We use a filter now. Well, actually, to be precise, we do have a case of bottled water just in case there's a storm and we don't have access to water or something like that. And we also keep some bottled water in the car for convenience. But overall, we significantly reduced our reliance on bottled water. Drinking bottled water can be costly. Even if you spend $1 a day on it, that's $365 per year. Bottled water costs 2,000 times more than tap water. I will leave a link to this research below. And another finding shows that Americans consume 1,500 bottles every second. And it's estimated that as much as 45% of the bottled water from the supermarkets is nothing else but filtered water from the tap. I will leave the links below. So not only is this costly, but it's horrible for the environment as well. A single plastic bottle might take 400 years to biodegrade. That's too much for me to comprehend. I lived in areas where tap water was not safe to drink and we had to buy bottled spring water. But in the US, here, at least here where we live, tap water is considered safe and we use a filter nonetheless, so there really is no need for us to buy water from the supermarket. So the money not spent on soft drinks, juices, and water can be saved and invested in something else instead. The second thing we don't buy is fast food or junk food. We were never big fans of fast food or junk food in general, and I don't remember the last time we bought fast food. We eat at home, and our eating habits stem from us wanting to be healthy and having a healthy lifestyle, not so much from a financial point of view. However, as it turns out, eating at home can be much cheaper and it provides higher quality calories than fast food. In our family, we don't even buy chips, but we can make them at home. We cut tortillas into strips and we bake them with olive oil, garlic, and herbs, and we eat them with homemade hummus, and it's delicious. A lot of fast food items can be cooked at home and can be made much healthier and be less expensive. Studies show that 3% of Americans admit to eating fast food at least one time a day, and 28% of Americans eat fast food at least once a week. So if you find yourself in that category and you're looking for a way to save money, this is a pretty big expense annually. On average, the typical American spends about $1,200 per year on fast food alone. This money could instead be invested in a Roth IRA or invested in a small business or used to pay down your debt. Another thing we stopped buying is candy and cookies. By now you're probably thinking that we live a pretty deprived and boring life, but this couldn't be further from the truth. We spend a lot of time as a family on some weekends baking home cookies or banana bread or pumpkin bread, so we spend some quality family time and we get plenty of candy around holidays, which last us for quite some time. If we buy sweets and keep them in the house, we will eat them and we'll have to buy them more often. Baking them instead means putting in the effort and the time, and we don't always have this time for that. So we can't mindlessly just grab a cookie. Instead, we opt for a healthier option to grab, such as prunes, dates, or nuts. We don't buy things on sale if we don't need the item. I have a video on our financial habits that goes into more detail, so make sure to check it out right here. If we see something on sale, we realize that this is a marketing trick to make us spend more money. If we buy it, it will be 30% off. But if we don't buy it, it's 100% off. Retailers know very well how to work the sales system in a way that brings them a lot of cash. So we don't fall prey for that. If we already plan to buy that item, then we can go on a sensible bargain hunt. When you buy something that you don't intend to purchase, you're spending money outside of a budget that was intended to be spent elsewhere. And the same goes for couponing. If there's a coupon for something we need, we'll use it. But we're not actively chasing deals, and we're not lured into buying something that we don't need. Interesting thing about couponing, according to Dave Ramsey, 1 in 3 net worth millionaires use coupons. So it can be a great tool to save money, but only when used wisely. Coupons can be a double-edged sword. They instill a sense of urgency and fear of missing out. They have expiration dates and verbiage such as limited stock or one-time offer, and consumers feel pressured to buy these must-haves. We also stopped shopping for fun. I'll admit it that it's fun going on a shopping spree to the mall. I get it, I've done it, and there's a part of me that misses it, but it's just not smart. I stopped buying clothes on impulse. Instead, if I buy something, I need to know exactly where I will wear it and with what. I also avoid buying something that will need additional purchases. For example, if I buy an expensive brand handbag and the rest of my outfit looks cheaper, I will be tempted to buy more expensive shoes and a suit that goes well with that bag as well. There's actually a name for this, and I can't remember it right now. There's like some dilemma associated with shopping. If you know what it's called, let me know in the comments below. I've been looking for it. I know there is something like that. I just couldn't find it. So if you know what it is, write it in the comments. So getting back to shopping, a lot of people spend more money than they anticipate to. So we avoid this, at least for now, until we get financial freedom. The next thing on the list is we stopped buying new toys for kids. Our daughter gets plenty of toys for holidays, she plays with them for a while, and then she gets bored. So we'd rather use our hard-earned cash elsewhere. A study of 2,000 parents with children aged 2 to 12 years old found that the average child receives over $6,500 worth of toys before they reach their teens. So the fact that we don't buy a lot of new toys very often pushes her to be more creative and imaginative. Not only are we saving money and the house is not cluttered, but we're also encouraging our daughter's creativity and development, and she spends more time playing with us instead. We also don't buy dryer sheets and fabric softener. Instead of buying dryer sheets, we use wool balls, which are chemical-free and non-toxic, and they don't create any waste. And the acid from the dryer sheets can actually damage your clothes. So that's something we permanently took out of our shopping list, and we don't miss dryer sheets at all. And for the same reason, we stopped buying softener. We add a little bit of vinegar to the rinse cycle to make the clothes softer and not damage them. And the next one is plastic wrap for the food. The disposable plastic food wrap is a $51 million industry. And it's disposable. We use it, we throw it away, and we buy a new roll. We stopped buying that mostly for environmental reasons, but it does save us some money as well. We use silicone lids that come in different sizes and work very well and can be reused many times. We've had the lids for 2 years now and they work great and they are very inexpensive. I will leave a link below. While this is not a huge saving overall, the next item on our list is: this past summer, we grew our vegetables and herbs. We had bell peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, melons, parsley, green onions, and basil. We didn't have to buy any of these items the whole summer and a good portion of the fall, which was a big saving for our family. We're definitely doing it again next year as well. We canned and froze the veggies and the herbs so we can enjoy them in the winter as well. We won't have to buy any bell peppers this winter, and they are so expensive in the area where we live. A single bell pepper here costs about $1. So that's a big money saver because we'll be using the frozen vegetables until the next season. And last but not least, batteries. Batteries are expensive and they don't last long, and we use them in so many items. We bought rechargeable batteries a couple of years ago and we still use them. They cost us more initially, but it's a one-time investment that was worth it. There's an interesting read on thesimpledollar.com about whether rechargeable batteries really save money. It's a very good read. I will leave the link in the description below, so go ahead and check it out. On average, the author of the article spent about $77 per year on non-rechargeable batteries and $150 on rechargeable batteries and the charger itself. So at the first glance, it doesn't make any financial sense to buy rechargeable batteries. However, the second year, the single-use batteries still cost $77, where the rechargeable ones only added 24 cents to the cost for the electricity that it used. And the same scenario applies to the third year and the fourth year and so on. So over the long run, you are saving $77 per year on getting rechargeable batteries. So there you have it, our 10 areas where we save money. Which one did you find most interesting? And what would you add to the list? Let me know. I would be curious to read them and give them a try as well, because I'm always up for saving more money so that we can invest that money instead. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more valuable information.